Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of the podcast. Not sure what we'll be talking about tonight. We had the crawfish boil at the church for Life Teen fundraiser, 21 and up, which was pretty fun. I did some walking around town. I figured it'd be a good idea. I didn't have a car necessarily, and I decided to walk from well, I walked in the rain. It was a thunderstorm, and it actually rained a little bit less by the time I started, but I still needed an umbrella, and I wore a jacket to this meeting called That Man Is You at the church. And got there about 5:45 in the morning, so about 15 minutes before the meeting was, and it was fine, and walked back. But another time I had to walk was to the Knights of Columbus meeting, and that was a 3-mile walk straight there. That Man Is You walk was about a little over 2 miles each way, and but I had some rest in between. And the That Man Is You walk, the Knights of Columbus walk was 3 miles one way, and someone gave me a ride back, thankfully. So good stuff. Still got all my stuff done, extra stuff done, I guess. Didn't have to sit at home, but I feel like I'm not getting a lot of help in a lot of respects from some people, because they feel the need to do things their way, when they have plenty of stuff to do what they need to do, and they feel like they need to do it all their way. So is it fair? No. Is life fair? No. I feel like the fact that I might have a diagnosis that was hidden from me, or is still uncertain, or still up in the air, is still the case. I have troubles with my lower extremities, even though I was a highly successful track and football athlete in high school, and baseball and basketball as well. But if you want to see a guy try hard at something, get me in athletic competition. All it takes for me to work hard enough is to not eat or kind of fuel myself too much before the competition, besides water, and hopefully I perform well enough and not have to go to the bathroom too much. And I think that has to do with what I'm dealing with, which could be something people are familiar with, the MS-150 or something like that might know about. But I'm not hurt. I feel like a normal person. Medication is very good nowadays. I know of a guy, or at least heard story of a guy, and I'm not going to name names, but this guy apparently passed away. And I think if it were me, I would have missed out on so much good stuff, despite all the things that are so good, so bad that go on in life, like that we can't control. But as far as health goes, that diagnosis hasn't held me back in anything. So just because I was an athlete and I had the potential to be a pro athlete or something like that, but I didn't get to do it because of the diagnosis. That just shows, or I didn't get to do a lot of college sports because of the diagnosis. That just shows that there are some hard knocks in life, but would I take it back? No. I mean, I've developed a voice. I've developed a reason to believe that someone will want to marry me. Someone will want to do what I want to do, which is have a big family, despite the fact that, I mean, medicine is getting better and better, and every 5 to 10 years, something new comes along. And I should listen to my doctors, and I should listen to what my dad is telling me. And someday that resource won't be there for me, not just as a doctor, but as a father. And I'm very happy that I have that right now. But on another note, I think we need to keep raising money for Alzheimer's, because that can also be a problem for me, maybe. Even though technically it doesn't affect people with issues with males as much as females technically, but it still does affect the population. I don't it's not like a huge difference, so it still could affect me. And they say it skips a generation, but I need to look out for the rest of my family and the rest of the people that are affected by it. But my mom is doing great. So, and I don't think the people see that as much as I do. But I think maybe like the crawfish boil was fun, being with the guys, and growing as a person inside the knighthood. And I may never find the right person to have a marriage with, based on what I'm looking for, and I'm willing to forego it completely based on those facts. I don't need someone in my life just to have someone in my life. But I think if I were really truthful, I would want some sort of maybe if I were honest, I would say, maybe I couldn't have too many kids like I was hoping I could. Maybe what I get is what I get, and that's just a blessing that I get in life. And 2 or 3 or maybe 1, and it's just what I get. But I think working or people, what people are willing to pay me for work, or I think that's really what everyone is going through right now. as a country is going through is the idea that someday it's not really about money, it's about the fact that safety is so harsh. And I feel the need to say that, hopefully one day, I mean, is a diagnosis like so hard to look past? Do I not have any redeeming qualities? Am I not successful enough as it is? Um, I mean, there's just so many things that are going through my head. And I think that goes through a lot of people's minds, but when you're 36 and it's gone so far, it makes you wonder all these things. Maybe there is nobody. Could be dead in 5 years based on the clinical outcomes, but I'm not sure that's the case based on what they say about these things in general. But when you're told several things and then one thing's true or the other, it just makes you think like, why you know, I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to get hurt for just trying to be a part of something. Um, it's tough being myself. I don't feel like I do something that innately um, tries to. I don't try to hurt people's feelings or anything, or anything like that. But maybe that's the reality of being who I am, and uh, the reality of being kind of like under the radar. People just count me out, and I don't feel the need to, if I'm going to be assaulted for being in certain situations when I wasn't even being threatening or whatever the case. And it's strange because I talk about it in my book. I was doing things abroad, and I don't know if people consider me like uh an enemy of the state or something like that. That shouldn't be the case. But it really depends on who you talk to, or what's going on. I'm a little confused in myself right now, to be honest. I think the best thing to go about life is to let things play out and not do anything rash. There's no reason to hurt anyone or hurt yourself. I guess this is kind of like my way of saying I need a mental health check. But with all the writing and legal work I've been doing recently, it shows that a lot of people need that. And it's not just me or people being prosecuted, it's people that are well known in the community that are doing the work, these people need to be checked up too. So I don't know what I'm really doing or in terms of health, but I had a knee injury and then it seemed to subside recently when I got on a new medication. But and I never had like ankle problems or anything like that, but sort of like incontinence problems. And I've done some research recently about MS, and that's what it kind of hints at. But that's probably why I can't walk like more than 3 miles without going to the bathroom, urinating or anything. That's why I don't like to do it anymore. I just lift weights or do plyometrics at home. And it makes me wonder if I can do this Murphy challenge coming up. If I'm physically able, 1, or 2, if it's a good idea to drive probably 40 to 35 minutes up to Conroe in the morning to participate. But it's on my Facebook, so why not? But maybe it'd be a good idea. But like 100 pull-ups, I'm pretty sure I can't do. And I just think being around guys like that maybe it'd be a good idea for me. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if they would like me. I'm not sure if I rub off the right way. I don't want to talk about the misdeeds I've had in the past, you know. I've never been known to like hurt people, so that's why I'm not really a person that's known for misdeeds. But I think I kept bad company, and that was probably my problem. But I think in terms of what I want to do in turning the corner is helping raise money for good causes and show that someone like me, whether I have a diagnosis or not, can perform pretty well in one of these competitions as best I can. They said beginners can come too. But it might be a lot of gas, which might be a problem. It might be my vacation for the summer, a workout. So, I think back in high school, I did 24 or 28 pull-ups in like a 20-minute period. and then I stopped and then moved to the rest of the workout. But I'm not sure if I'm weaker or stronger than I was then. Probably stronger at bench press, but in terms of pulling up this amount of weight that I'm carrying now, it's going to be harder. And doing a 1 mile run and all that stuff, it's going to be a little bit harder than it would have been when I was in high school. But they talk about how guys like the Congressman Luttrell, the Navy SEAL who's sponsoring this event, the Murph Challenge, is a little beat up himself and maybe participating or not, but certainly the point of the challenge is to show our best foot forward. So I think maybe I should go because I've kind of scheduled it out. And hopefully I do pretty well. I mean, I might not finish the pull-ups, but 200 push-ups I did in the hospital. I did 400 push-ups a day, and I'm still walking around, so I can do 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, and two miles walking, and then do as many pull-ups as I possibly can. And then that's as good of a Murph challenge as I possibly can do at this fitness level at 36. And that's, at 25, if I were in good shape at 25, I probably would have finished it in a stellar time. But I don't think they expect a lot of guys to finish that in general, unless you're like a top flight Marine or Navy SEAL anyway. So anyway, guys, enough of my whining and bickering and wondering if I'm gonna get cancer or MS or whatever. I'm just happy to be alive. Injuries or not, injuries aside, we all have them. I love a lot of people, my family included, and hopefully I find love down the line. And if you don't hear from me soon, I will be working a lot on legal cases and things of that nature, and books that will be coming out in the near future or sometime this summer, maybe near August, near my birthday. I think this next book I will get to about 300 pages before I put it out. So, and don't forget to get my latest book, which is the John's Chronicles, the complete series by John Rensemer, out now on Amazon. It's 424 pages, and it's the first 3 books of my series and fourth mini book. Thank you.